Thank you for watching the national television of Burkina Faso and welcome to this news program that I'm pleased to present. The Center-West region is welcoming a new industrial unit called Otex Bina. The construction of a textile complex in Sougou in the province of Bulkemde was launched yesterday by the head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. New missiles have been acquired by the army. The first group of these terrifyingly powerful missiles occurred yesterday in the center-north region. The president of the transition head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, launched on Friday the construction of a textile complex called Otex Bina in Sougou in the province of Bulkemde in the center-west region. The construction of this industrial unit is fully in line with the vision of the head of state who announced it last January during his visit to Koudougou. This region was the very foundation of the first processing unit, and it was appropriate that a cotton processing unit should be set up there, according to the president of the transition. Burkina Faso has embarked on a process of industrialization in all areas of the country that have specific characteristics. We will do our utmost to process our products locally, Captain Ibrahim Traoré maintained. According to Captain Ibrahim Traoré, it is through industrialization that we can create enough jobs for young people to flourish. The president of the transition also indicated that the government is committed to this project with local shareholders. Otex Bina will build a 42-hectare unit in Sougou and a 50-hectare unit in Boromo with a total investment of 165 billion CFA francs, ultimately 4,000 direct jobs and 15,000 indirect jobs will be created by this textile complex. The army is testing new missiles in the center-north region. It dropped terrifyingly powerful missiles on a terrorist base who thought they were safe in a dense forest in the center-north region, according to security sources. For several days, the aerial vehicles of the National Armed Forces had been monitoring movements at a major terrorist base in Kalamba in the center-north region. The pilots were reluctant to go into action because the missiles they normally use might not hit their targets due to the dense nature of this small forest. After making the final adjustments, we decided to use the new types of terrifyingly powerful missiles, according to the Burkina News Agency. The security and defense forces have shot dead more than 100 terrorists in the Gairi area before seizing a large quantity of war material, the Burkina News Agency learned on Tuesday from security sources. On Monday, the 25th of March 2024, intelligence services were informed of the massive arrival of an important group of terrorists to the north of Gairi in the locality of Kiani. The men of the 20th Rapid Intervention Battalion decided to go and meet them to prevent them from carrying out their attack. Early in the morning of March the 26th, 2024, they advanced serenely under the supervision of aerial vehicles. There was a calm before the storm in the farming hamlets near the contact zone. As soon as they approached, the soldiers were greeted by heavy fire from criminals ambushed in the buildings. The fighting forces remained concentrated and promptly retaliated. After several maneuvers, the terrorists were flashed out and effectively neutralized, but they were unable to escape the aerial vehicles. Provisional figures show that more than 100 terrorists were killed in the fighting. More than 60 motorbikes recovered and others burnt. Around 50 AK-47 assault rifles, about 10 PKMS machine guns, RPG-7 rocket launchers, thousands of rounds of ammunition, and around 60 tons of food recovered. On the occasion of the National Days of Patriotic Commitment and citizen participation, the ministry is housed in the administrative building, raised the national flag on March the 26th, 2024. The ceremony marking the start of the days of patriotic commitment and citizen participation was exceptionally well attended by staff and department heads who came to express their love for the fatherland. It was an opportunity for the Minister of State, Jean-Emmanuel Ouedraogo, in charge of culture, to read the message of the head of state.
The government
has instituted these days in order to strengthen the foundation of a nation and living together. They are held on March the 26th and October the 2nd of each year for 15 days. The choice of the first date refers to the political commitment of our hero of a nation, President Thomas Sankara, then Prime Minister, when he delivered one of his historical speeches, "Who are the enemies of the people?" on March the 26th, 1983. The second, October the 2nd, 1983, was the day he pronounced the political orientation speech.
L'orientation politique développée de la révolution démocratique et populaire.
The week of patriotic commitment began on Tuesday. It is a decision of the government whose political will is to boost the patriotic impetus through various events throughout the country. How did citizens in Ouagadougou welcome this decision? Watch.
I will just first congratulate the government for bringing this this kind of things in our country, because I really appreciate it. It is something which is going to install in Burkinabe mindset. It's going to change their mindset to know that what they are is really good and natural, and every natural thing is really welcome. Particularly, I would just say that what pleases me so much is the fact that we are going now to eat what we produce, and we will produce what we eat. This is really really welcome, because like that our children, they will not see themselves as small white people, or they will still have the colonization mindset, but bringing them to eat what they are producing is really going to install them in them their Africanness.
We are in a country and we need to help the country to move forward. No one can come here and save our country. So this is the moment for us to pay our taxes. And the president said, so we need to do our best to keep our environment clean. It is the list for every citizen. Keep your environment clean and pay your taxes. So you need to understand that there are values that we need to bring back to life, because during the time of Thomas Sankara, when we say you are a Burkinabe, it contains a given number of values that we have been losing. Now is the time for us to come back to our root, I can think.
Well, when I first heard the news, I was really overjoyed, because what came to my mind is the quotation of Donald Trump, who said that future belongs to patriots, not globalists. So it means that when you want to get developed, you need to really love your country. And I think what the government has just taken as a decision is really welcome, because it will allow Burkinabés to really go back to their roots, to really understand the right meaning of being Burkinabe. Because when you remember in the time of a revolution, when you say that you are a Burkinabe, you are respected everywhere. But what's now today that when you go somewhere else, you are not respected. It's meaning that we had some values in the past, but today we are losing those values. I think those days for what the government has instituted to, let's say, as patriotic and civic engagement is really welcome, because as they said, it is to invite people to really behave well on traffic lights. For example, when the traffic light is red, you need to stop. Don't jump out the traffic light. It's not good.
I think it is a very good decision, because we are known, Burkinabe people are known to be upright people. So it is good to choose a day in the year to celebrate this quality. And it seems they have set it on the 26th and the 2nd of October. I think it's a way for them to respect the memory of our former president Thomas Sankara, and this is a good thing to show how upright we are. Like right now, we are dealing with terrorism, and everybody is asked to contribute in their own way for us to, get rid of it. So choosing a day to celebrate patriotism is like remembering everybody that it concerns all of us, and in history we had some people who fought really hard for us to be here today. So there is no way that we will let the fight down. So we'll continue fighting so that our children will come in the future. Will have a country where they can live in peace and everything.
Tomorrow, Christians from Burkina and across the world are celebrating Easter. Opportunity for me to wish you a happy celebration. Full stop of this news program. Thanks for watching and stay tuned next time.